Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be making Matar paneer, which is peas with paneer. For that we will need 2 large onions, 2 tomatoes. We've got a paneer here which is about 400 grams. We will need half a cup of oil, 2 teaspoons of ginger, 2 teaspoons of garlic. We've got about 3 chillies here crushed. We've got about 100 grams of frozen peas. We have 2 dried chilies. We've got 1 teaspoon of kitchen king masala. We have 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garam masala, and then we've got 1 teaspoon of whole jeera and 1 teaspoon of kashmiri chili powder and 1 teaspoon of kooseri methi, which is fenugreek leaves. And then of course we can't forget this, we've got a lovely fresh coriander. Okay, so the first step to our recipe, we are going to add, I've got a pan here heating up, about 3 tablespoons of oil, 3 to 4 tablespoons. Remember, this is separate to the oil that we're going to be using later. And in here we're going to be frying up paneer, just going to be giving it a nice golden colour. If you've got a pan big enough, you can do it all at once. If you don't have a big pan, just do it in a couple of batches. Yep, I can squeeze all this in there. Yeah, there we are. Okay, there we have it. Our paneer has been cooking for around 6-7 minutes. It's got a nice golden colour here. That's all we need. We don't want to make it any darker than this. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take this out. Okay, to make the sauce, we're going to be putting our half a cup of oil. Let that just heat through. We're going to be putting the 1 teaspoon of whole cumin seeds in there. And then goes in our onions. These are all roughly chopped as we are going to blend this into a smooth paste later. Right guys, the onions have been cooking for around 10 minutes. We're now going to add in our the garlic. Now we're going to add the garlic guys in first. And then the ginger. Remember, we're using a medium to high flame, not too high, just a little bit above medium. Then go in that chili. It's now been about 4 minutes. We're going to add in the tomatoes. Straight away, 1 teaspoon of salt. Sorry, half a teaspoon of salt. We may need some more later. Always put less to start off with. We're actually going to cover this now and cook that for about 5 minutes. So it has now been about 5 minutes. We're now going to turn the gas off, or electric cooker in my case, and we're going to let this cool down, and then we're going to blend this into a nice smooth paste. Okay, the next step to our recipe is going to be, we're going to add a couple of teaspoons of tablespoons of salt, of oil, and to that we're going to add half a teaspoon of haldi. I do apologise, I forgot to mention earlier on when I showed you the ingredients. So I've got half a teaspoon of haldi. And straight away 1 teaspoon of kashmiri lal chilli, red chilli powder, along with 2 dried chillies. Let's cook that for about 30 seconds. Straight away we're going to be adding our paste, which I've put through the blender. And next goes in our Kitchen King masala, then the coriander powder, okay, this has been cooking for about 7 minutes, and in between I have been mixing it around, stirring it, otherwise it'll just stick to the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to add about 1 cup of warm water. Maybe just a little bit more water. That's about 2 cups I put in there. So now we're going to cover this and let that cook for maybe another 5 minutes. Okay, this has been cooking for about 7 minutes now. And in between I have been mixing it around. I did taste a little bit of sauce. It does need another half a teaspoon of salt, just a little bit. And turn the gas down a little bit. And now it's time for us to put our paneer in there. And straight away we're going to put in our peas. Okay, heat back up to a medium. And let that cook for a further 5 minutes. Right, it's been about 5 minutes. We're nearly done. Now we're going to be putting our kashmiri methi. Just crushing it. Then our garam masala. And finally the coriander. I hope you liked the video. Please like, share and comment. Thank you for watching.